So I've got this really interesting question today in my group. Lead gen into auto sales. One of my friends I was talking to about database reactivation told me she's in charge of their leads and asked if I was able to get her new leads. I wanted to know if there was a basic setup I could do to help them with their lead gen for her team. I know the focus is database reactivation. I just have no lead gen experience. Any advice is welcome. Okay, so this is a classic example for anyone in the agency space. What often happens is that we start working with clients, we get them a result, and they want something else. In this case, the client wants more leads. The problem is that the guy that has the client, his name's Jamie, doesn't know how to generate leads, right? And the big mistake that people make in this situation is that they don't help the client, okay? And if there's anything that I've learned over the years is that relationships trump anything else with clients, okay, and with people that you're working with. So the normal way people react to this type of request from a client is saying, I've got no idea, sorry, we don't do that. Or the other one is they try and go and do something that they're not very good at and mess up the relationship, okay? And we don't want to do either of those two options. With relationships being the number one priority when it comes to working with clients, we want to see if we can really help them. Okay, but what we've got here is a very unique situation because Jamie's helping the client with database reactivation using AI and SMS. Okay, for those of you who don't know what that is, there'll be a link in the description box below. You'll be able to find my community and find everything else out about it, right? But the thing is that this guy is getting results for his client from his old leads, right? And because he's getting such a great result for them, they obviously want new leads. So what I said to him here is this is a really great opportunity for you to find what I call a super connector, okay? So what I advise Jamie to do is to go off and spend an hour, 2 hours, or whatever it takes to find maybe 2 or 3 really good lead generation agencies that work in that particular niche, which is the auto space, okay? And trust me, there's like thousands of really, like maybe not thousands, but there's really good agencies that know how to generate leads in that space, right? So Jamie's goal is really to kind of marry the two together, okay? To be able to introduce the client who wants leads to the agency that can deliver leads. And there's going to be 2 very happy partners when it comes to that. First one is his client because he's going to be able to get more leads. And the second one is the agency that he refers to who's going to have a new client that's probably spending good money. It's a really great opportunity. And what Jamie can be is that person in the middle. And this is the mistake people make, is that they don't spend enough time putting those 2 people together in that relationship. Okay, so what is the byproduct of being that middle person and putting them together? Okay, well, the first byproduct that's really positive is that his client's going to be super happy that he can see that Jamie's taken the time to introduce the 2 together. And obviously the other party is going to be super happy because they've got a brand new client, right? You just can't lose in this situation. But what I'm most interested in, okay, is what we call developing a relationship with a super connector. Because Jamie's doing some fantastic work with an auto dealer. What happens if you can go over to a lead gen agency that works with hundreds of auto dealers? And this is really key. So what I advise Jamie to do is go and find the owner of the auto agencies. You can put maybe 3 or 4 of them. Find the owner on LinkedIn, find them on Facebook, find them on email, wherever you possibly can. And I told him to write a very specific email to the owner of that agency, okay? And a lot of people go too fast when they're trying to do this. They don't spend enough time. And what I'm gonna read out the email to you now so you can see why I'm able to slow down and why this works so well. So the subject of the email is, Joe, I have an auto client for you. Keep it nice and informal. And of course, this can be done in Messenger, in LinkedIn, DMs or whatever. Hey Joe, it's Jamie here from his agency name. We work with car dealerships helping them turn their old leads into sales using AI and SMS. One of our clients is desperate for new leads because we've made them so much cash from their database. I'm not sure what their budget is, but I would love to introduce you if you're up for it. Please let me know and I will totally hook you guys up. Best, Jamie. So for those of you who read that carefully, you'll notice a very important part of that email. And the most important part is when I say we've made them so much cash from their old leads, they want more new leads. So for those of you who are smart and intelligent and get this, guess what's going to happen when the agency owner, the person that's supplying leads, sees that, right? Because I bet you out of like 100 agencies, maybe 1 or 2 of them know how to work with clients' old leads and turn them into sales, right? So all of a sudden, you've got a client that's going to be very happy for the introduction. You've got an agency that's got a new client, and you're the person now that is in prime position to be introduced to the agent, all of the agency's clients, and they might have hundreds of auto dealerships, okay? So this is the mistake I see so many people make, is they don't understand the power of relationships and actually going out of their way to help the clients that you have or the people that you're already doing business with. And what do people do instead? Well, of course, they go to cold email automation, where they buy some scraping tool and they have the same message that's blasted out to 1,000 potential customers a day, and they wonder why this doesn't work, when right under their nose there is a way better opportunity where they can be referred by the people that know, like, and trust them. Okay, this is the best form of business you can do. Okay, it's a really valuable lesson. And for those of you who are like, yeah, Dan, that's great, but I haven't got any clients yet. Okay, how can I even get some results if I don't even have a client or a partner yet? Well, the good news is that if you're in my community, which I said there's a link below to that, and you're getting involved in AI and selling AI automation to businesses and doing database reactivation or speed to lead or whatever it is with AI, then you're in a really good place because it's so new. There's no experts in this field yet. Okay, so this is what I would advise you to do. Grab your phone, I've got one here, and go through your contacts, and I want you to send a message to maybe 10 or 15 of your friends and say something like this. Hi Naeem, I hope you're well. I wanted to ask a favor. I've recently done a complete U-turn in my career, and I've gone out on my own and I'm helping businesses with XYZ. I was wondering if you knew any businesses that need help with XYZ, and if so, can you please introduce me? All right, so this is a very simple message, and you can probably tweak it and make it a little bit more personalized, right? But depending on what you're helping businesses with, you're going to have 1 or 2 friends that might be able to introduce you, that already trust you and know you, okay? The good thing is, if it's with AI, then you're onto a real winner, because not only is it so brand new, you can be an expert, you know, with 1 month's experience, but AI is fantastic because you don't have to worry about the delivery, because with most of the AI stuff that we do and I teach, AI does most of the work for you. So it's a really scalable, easy business to get going with if you're brand new. So my point is, there's kind of 2 main points to this video. The first one is build relationships with clients, do good things, help people, help the client, help the person you're introducing to, and good things are going to happen if you look for them and ask for them, okay? And the second thing is, if you are brand new to this world and you're watching this type of video for the first time and you're interested in starting an AI agency, then it's a really good time to get involved because it's so new and AI does all of the work for you. It's insane. You can really scale fast with a very small team. It's a really big opportunity. So if you do want to get going with AI, then I have a guide. It's called The Last Way for the Little Guy to Make It. And there'll be a link in the description box where you can click that and you can find out all of the cool stuff that we're doing, get all the free bonuses and all that cool stuff. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I'll speak to you soon.